सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Page 136, 14th chapter, first shloka. स्वप्नस्मृत्योर्घटादेर्हि रूपाभासः प्रदृश्यते पुरानूनं तदाकार धीर्दृष्टेत्यनुमीयते भिक्षामटन्यथा स्वप्ने दृष्टो देहो न स स्वयम् जागृदृश्यात् तथा देहात् द्रष्टुत्वादन्य एव सः. In this Swapna Smriti Prakaranam, Shankaracharya making the distinction between Atma and Ahankara, Atma and Deha. Dehatma Viveka, one Viveka. That means Viveka means here discrimination. We are studying that difference or discrimination or distinction between these two. Deha, physical body, that is gross body in waking state, and Atma. Both of them we are doing Vivechanam, Viveka. Similarly, another Viveka is there is a distinction between Mana and Atma. Mana, Atma, Viveka. This mind, Mana means mind, Manas. Mind alone is called Ahankara when it is included with Chidabhasa. Mind alone is called Ahankara when it is illumined by the Chidabhasa, Sakshi Chaitanyam. Therefore, we can use in the place of mind Ahankara also. Ahankara also can be used. Therefore, Ahankara Atma Viveka, we can say. When the mind is illumined by Chaitanyam, that mind alone is called Ahankara. So, Ahankara Atma Viveka. In the last class, first two verses, first I gave the meaning of second verse. Second verse, Acharya talking about Dehatma Viveka. For that he gave an example, Bhikshatanam. In dream, one person is begging. One person is doing that, asking for alms, food, begging. Why Acharya enters in this Swapna? Topic of Swapna, dream, that we have to understand first. We should not focus on Bhikshatanam. Bhikshatanam, the dream, begging, a person is begging. Our focus is not on that person who is begging. That is an example given by Acharya for the sake of Swapna explanation. To explain the dream, Acharya has to give an example. Imagine one person has got a dream that he is begging. That example. Any example you can take, but Swapna is the topic. Now the next question is, why Acharya is talking about Swapna? Acharya happily he can talk about Jagrat, waking state, waking world, It is nice to listen. Why Acharya going to Swapna Avastha discussion? For that I said in the last class, since I am not able to decipher, I am not able to separate, I am not able to differentiate the mind, which mind has got two roles. Mind, ahankara, is playing the subject role and object role. Since I am taking myself as body, in waking state I am taking myself as body, I am taking myself as antakaranam, subtle body. Why I am committing this mistake in this waking state? Because in waking state mind is playing a subject role. It is difficult to teach, to differentiate the body, mind from Atma. We can teach, but in dream, if you teach the dream and the status of the mind in the dream, it is easy to differentiate Atma, Deha, Vilakshanaha. It is easy. In waking state it is tough. Why it is tough? Because it is playing subject role. Subject is always important. Subject is always from the standpoint of object. Object is called world here in front of me. Other than me, whatever I experience is called object. Clear? In waking state, mind is so busy with subject role. Once it is in subject role, handle pandrathu romba kashtam. Very difficult to handle that ahankara. It is called ruling party like. It is like a ruling party. Very difficult because all powers are in their hands. Similarly, mind also, ahankara, also playing a predominant role in waking state, subject state. What is the dominant subject status? I said in the last class, mind is so active, making use of sense organs, making use of intellect, karma indriyani, jnana indriyani, to know the external world. It is knowing the external world as drishyam. It is playing the subject role. I am knowing this because eyes are seeing, ears are hearing, nose is smelling, legs are walking, hands are coming up and down, movements are going on. All are done by whom? Commandments of the mind. Mind is playing a what role? Like our local politics, they are playing the role. Actually, they don't have power at all. They have what you can call, they have ransacked Madhuri. They are taken, stolen the power Madhuri. They are playing the role Madhuri. In the mind, appada panninirka. So the mind, ahankara, is playing that role, subject role. It is drik in waking state. When it is drik status, it is in drik status, it is tough. Very tough to grasp. Aham mana vilakshanaha, aham deha vilakshanaha, sakshi, romba kashtam. That's why Acharya, now let us go to Swapna. What he said in the second sloka, when a person is doing Bhikshatanam and mind's projection, that is, mind is projecting in Swapna and Smriti. Two I have explained in the last class. Swapna and Smriti, both of them, in that sense organs are not functioning, mind is not functioning, intellect is not functioning, physical body is totally not functioning in dream and memory, remembrance. Then what is that dream? What do you mean by dream? Dream is nothing but replay of Jagrat, VCP and VCR. Now this is called Jagrat Avastha, is like a video cassette recorder, like Video cassette recorder. You are recording everything, you are registering everything in Jagrata Avastha. This is called VCR. Then, now recording is going on here. You take home and you play. That is called VCP. Video cassette player. You are playing that. When you are playing that, just take one music recording singer. When they are singing, live singing going on, instruments are there, they are playing instruments. The singer is there singing, audience are all sitting, all of them are there in VCR. Video cassette recording time. That is Jagrata Avastha. Jagrata Avastha அப்படி இருக்கட்டும். இந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் பார்க்கலாம். ஒரு video recording is going on, all are singing and musicians are singing going on. Then you have recorded that and you take home and you replay. When you play that, singer is there? No. Instruments are there? No. Audience are there? No. You are replaying. That is called VCP. Jagrata Avastha is called VCR. Dream is VCP. Jagrata Avastha is VCR. Smriti is VCP. In VCP, everything is blacked out. Blacked out. Physical body, when we are remembering also many times. And the remembering, we will go to the first shloka. In the second shloka, we will see, once you got the dream, in that dream, mind is not active, but it is just projecting. And the projecting mind, it is not an action. Mind is not using any sense organs. That dream is illumined by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. And mind is also illumined by Sakshi Chaitanyam, which mind is projecting the dream, vasanas. Samskara janya, vasana janya, swapnaha, smritihi. Bahya prapancha janyam, jagrata. Antara vasana janya prapancham is called swapna and smriti. Bahya prapancha is not there. It is only antara prapancha. That is why you say he is in his own world. He is in his own world. In artham, vasana janyam, samskara janyam. Samskara janyam. Then what is the difference between swapna and smriti? Both are samskara janyam, vasana janyam. In dream, before that you have to go to sleep. Dream is that which happens in nidra avastha. When you are sleeping, only the dream comes. Whereas smriti comes in which avastha? Memory, remembrance comes in which avastha? Jagrata avastha. That is the difference. One difference. There are many other differences also. Just remember this one difference. In smriti, remembrance, bahya prapancha asti. Bahya prapancha is available. But for that person, bahya prapancha nasti. Who is remembering? Sometimes class alone it happens. That is called blank look. Blank look comes, even that's why when a person watching a match, a cricket match or serial 350th episode, what Marakatama? இன்னும் இருக்காது, நடந்துட்டு இருக்க தெரியல. ஓகே, ஏதோ ஒரு சீரியல், some serial going on, interesting climax portion, and if you go and walk on, pass on, he cannot recognize, he cannot register also. Hey, in a connection only to that. Who are walking, who are going also, suddenly side, he never notice it. Is it not blackout? That is happening in Jagrata Avastha. Like that, real smriti means you remember certain past experiences. But in swapna, it happens only in nidra avastha. That is why he says, saha na swayam drashta. That mind, ahankara, is not the drashta of that swapna. Saha ahankaraha swayam, first sloka, second sloka, first line. Saha swayam na drashta. That ahankara which is projecting the dream is not the seer of the dream. Then who is the seer of the dream, illuminator of the dream? Second line, Jagrad Drishya Tatha. First line, what he want to say, that ahankara is not the drashta of that dream. Sakshi Chaitanyam alone is the drashta. Similarly, Jagrad Avastha also, in waking state also, the drashta is, really speaking, only Sakshi Chaitanyam. Even though mind is the secondary illuminator playing the subject role, really speaking, it doesn't have drashta status of its own. You know that why? It is inert. It is illumined by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. புரியறதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். புரியலன்னா எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு போகணும். Moonlight illumining the earth with the help of sun. Who is really illumining in the night, Purnami day? Sun only illumining, but we never remember that. Moon only illumining, and sun only through the moon is illumining. Like that, Jagrada Avastha also illumined by not ahankara, really speaking, only Sakshi Chaitanyam. Through the mind it is illumined. It is clear. That is what he want to say in the second shloka. Jagrad Drishya Tadha Dehat Drashtatvat Drashtritvat Eva Saha. Deha is also, this physical body is also illumined by Sakshi Chaitanyam only, not by ahankara. Bahya Prapancha, we are thinking mind is illumining the Bahya Prapancha. What about this body? Body is also illumined by the ahankara. We are thinking, really speaking, Sakshi Chaitanyam only illumining. So, Deha Vilakshanaha. Similarly, Sukshma Sarira Vilakshanaha Sakshi Chaitanyam, different from Sukshma Sariram. Similarly, Sthula Sharira Jagradavasthayam api Sthula Sharira Vilakshanaha Sakshi Chaitanyam asti. Atma Dehat Vilakshanaha. Dehaha Drishyam. Sakshi Chaitanyam is Druk. Even the mind is playing Druk status, it is a borrowed status. புரிகிறத நினைக்கிறேன். புரியுறது சுவாமினி, திருப்பி திருப்பி அதே ஏன் சொல்றேன்னு. As though it is known subject, but it's a tough subject to assimilate. Now go to the first shloka. What he said in the first shloka, Swapna Smrityoho Gatadehe. So the Swapna example, just as the Sakshi is the illuminator of that dream, similarly Sakshi alone is the illuminator of the entire world. By this explanation, what we have got? Since Sakshi Chaitanyam is the illuminator of that ahankara swapna which is projected, therefore the illuminator is different from the illumined. I am showing to this body, don't take a body. Okay, Sakshi Chaitanyam is the illuminator of the dream. Illumined is always different from the illuminator. Yes. Similarly, illuminator of the world, I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam, Atma, I am different from the world, including body. Including body. Jagradavasthayam api Atma Deha Vilakshanaha. Deha Vilakshanaha. Sthula Deha Vilakshanaha Atma. Sthula Dehat Vilakshanaha Atma. Why? Sthula Dehaha Drishyatvat. It is Drishyam. It is Drishyam. Swapna Drishyavat. This whole chapter is Anumanam. No? We are using Yukti. Sthula Deha Vilakshanaha Atma. Sthula Dehat Atma Vilakshanaha. Or you can say this way, Sthula Deha na Atma Drishyatvat Swapna Drishyavat. This is called Anumiyate. In the first sloka, second line, Anumiyate, inferred. Sthula Deha na Atma Drishyatvat. Yat drishyam tat mithya. Druk is different from drishyam. Enna Swamini drukku drishyam. This pot you are seeing, you are the seer of this pot. Pot is seen by you. You are observer of the pot. Pot is observed by you. You are the experiencer of the pot. Pot is experienced by you. Are you different from the pot or not? You are different. That means observer of the pot is different from the observed pot. Experiencer of the pot is different from the experienced pot. Seer of the pot is different from the seen pot. Knower of the pot is different from the known pot. Known pot is called object, knower is called subject. So subject is different from the object. Subject is called druk, object is called drishyam. Nanna irukku puriyirde vishayam adi puriyirde. What about your body? Ghatam, when I am showing, you are easily understanding, but pot is little far away for you, you are able to understand easily, but body is very proximate, very close, very intimate. It is very much intimate to me. That is why it is difficult. Even though it is proximate, even though it is very close, even though it is very intimate, still it is drishyam. Are you observing your body or not? Sthula shariram. Are you seeing your physical body or not? Yes. Are you knowing your physical body or not? Yes. Are you experiencing your physical body or not? Yes. Nane SS and sollindirken. Ningella S and solrela illaya? Yes. That means I, the experiencer of the physical body, is different from the physical body. Whose physical body? My physical body only. I, the knower of the physical, my physical body, is different from the physical body. I, the observer of my physical body, is different from the physical body. I, the seer of my physical body, is different from my physical body. Therefore, physical body, my physical body is object. Drishyam. Yat drishyam. That drishyam is always object. Drishyam is always different from the druk, the subject. I am the subject. I am not the drishya sariram. I am not the physical body. This is called yukti. This is called logic. Since it is observed by me, whatever is observed by me, it is not me. Therefore, I am not the body. Over. Like that, every day in Nididhyasana you have to do. Killi paakana. You have to pinch your body. Yes, I am not this body. I am not this body. I am not this body. I have to. Drishyatvat. Ghatavat. Or pot kaila vechu. Sthula deha aham. Na. Or sthula deha atma aham na asmi. Drishyatvat, ghatavat, or swapna drishyavat. Now Acharya is giving ghatam. Acharya is giving only pot example also, but in a different format for that. Look into the shloka. Swapna smrutyoho ghatadehe. In swapna, in dream and smruti, remembrance, ghatadehe, ghata etc. means entire world. In swapna and smruti, pot etc. objects, rupa bhasaha pradrishyate. Rupa bhasaha means, abhasa means unreally they appear. Now I have shown your pot. Now you remember the pot. You are remembering the pot. That remembrance of that pot is called smriti. It is abhasa ghataha. Without pot you are remembering now. Because I am not showing the pot. I am hiding the pot. Yes? Now you see the pot in your mind. Is it real pot or abhasa? Abhasa. What abhasa? Ghatabhasa. If you remember ghata, it is ghatabhasa. Ghata rupa abhasa. Clear? That is called rupa bhasa pradushyate. Is seen by him. In dream you see a pot. Whatever you have seen in waking state, that only you see in the dream. That is called abhasa. Rupa bhasa. Tad rupa, tad akara abhasa. In memory also, remembrance also, in dream also. Now you remember your daughter or your son or your friend. You remember. Just remember. Are you seeing them really or their abhasa? Their image you are just seeing, remembering. That is called smriti. That is called putri akara abhasa. Putri akara abhasa. Even swapna also, if you see, that is also abhasa. Because they are not there really. That's why they are called abhasa. Pradrishyat is seen by you. Now first line is clear. Second line, how you have seen them? How you have seen them? You have to understand. Pura noonam tad akara dhir drishtet anumiyate. That means what was not seen by you, what was not seen by you in Jagrata Avastha could not be experienced. What was not seen by you yesterday or day before yesterday could not be experienced in dream or could not be experienced in remembrance. Or you can put it other way also. What is projected must have been seen earlier. Must have been earlier seen by me. In the Rundu statement is important. Pura noonam tad akara dhihi drishte iti anumiyate. Dhihi means intellect. Dhihi drishte means through your intellect that object must have been earlier experienced by you in Jagrata Avastha. Pura noonam. Indeed, without that you cannot either remember or you cannot dream about that object. What was not seen earlier could not be projected in the dream, could not be remembered in smriti. What is projected must have been seen earlier. Simple. Ada puranunam dhihi drishtehe anumiyate. You must infer. That is why it's tattva bodha. Now see, Upadesa Sahasraya tattva bodha. Why tattva bodha? Whatever we see in dream only that comes, sometimes mixed also it comes. I have not seen Swaminina. Even dreams comes previous janma vasanas also. Previous janma vasanas also, they come as a dream. It is not necessary to experience this life, this time only. So many vasanas are there. Up to here we saw in the last class. Big introduction or revision. Long revision. Anyhow, now come to the next shloka, number 3. Now how this tattad akara takes place? Tad akara takes place. For that Acharya gives an example. Every day, every minute, our experience. We know how to experience, but we do not know how experience is going on. We are not knowing that. How it is happening now? One example, in this third shloka, he gives, we will read that shloka, then I will explain you. So two statements we have to understand through this shloka. Sakshi drashta manaha drishyam bhavati. Or sakshi drishtya manaha drishyam bhavati. Prapancha drishtya manaha drik bhavati. Drik bhavati, but that drik also it is a borrowed drik. That we have to remember. It is not its original status. For that also previous chapter we saw, when I say I am disturbed means mind is playing a drik role. I am disturbed. It is this drishyam. I am seeing the object means I am drik. I am disturbed when I say Sakshi Chaitanya, I am illumining the disturbed mind. When I am seeing this part, when I say mind is playing the drik role. Prapancha drishtya manaha drik. Sakshi drishtya manaha drishyam. That's why when I am disturbed, when you say I am sad, I am disturbed, I am happy, whenever you say, that is illumined by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. At that time, whenever you say I am sorrowful, that means that sorrowful mind is, sorrow is there in the mind. It is not that you are having sorrow. Mind is having sorrow. You are illumining the sorrow. Who are you? Sakshi Chaitanyam, Aham, Atma, I am the illuminator of that disturbed mind. Disturbed mind. So from internal emotional standpoint, I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam, mind is Drishyam. External world standpoint, mind is Drik, temporary Drik, world is Drishyam. Clear? How these vrittis takes place, Rupa Akara Mandal, he says, third shloka, Musha Siktam Yatha Tamram Tannibham Jayate Tatha Rupadinyapnuvan Chittam Tannibham Drishyate Dhruvam. So Swapna Purushaha is Manaha, Swapna Ghataha is Manaha, Sarvam Manaha Eva. So this is projected by mind only. Swapna Drishyam, Swapna Ghataha, Swapna Purushaha, they are all only mind's projection. They are not there, really speaking. They are not there really. In dream, Prapancha is not experienced, but Prapancha samskara, vasana is experienced there. So Prapanchakara manaha is experienced in the dream. So now in this sloka, there is a copper liquid. Copper liquid. Tambram means not our tambram. My God. Tambram means copper. What type of copper here? It says Musha Siktam Yatha Tambram. A melted copper. Melted copper. This is called the whole, these 9 slokas, Acharya is bringing the theory of knowledge. How we get knowledge. What pot knowledge, mic knowledge, fan knowledge, house knowledge, any knowledge for that matter, how we are getting. This is called theory of knowledge. This theory of knowledge is called epistemology. We call it as epistemology. What is knowledge? What is error? What is the theory of knowledge? What is the theory of error? What is the theory of removing the error? Like that. We have to study about how one get knowledge, how we get error, mistakes, why you do mistakes, and how to remove that error. These are all big study in Shastra. How erroneous perception takes place, how to remove that erroneous perception. All this study is a big study. This is called epistemology. For that pramanams they use. In Vishishtadvaita also there is a theory of knowledge. In Dvaita philosophy also there is a theory of knowledge, theory of error. In Yoga philosophy also there is a theory of knowledge, theory of error, and theory of error removal. All systems of philosophy they are having. In Advaita philosophy, what is the method of that knowledge, how we get knowledge? There is a mold, copper, wooden or metal mold is there, some wooden mold or something, and the melted copper you pour in that. If it is a Vinayaka mold, molten it is called. And the molten means it is in Vinayaka form. You pour the copper in that liquid. After some time that liquid becomes solid, ghanam. After some time the heat goes away and the copper gets the shape of that mold, that molten. It is, if once you take that out, that copper comes out as Vinayaka. Our Vinayaka Chaturthi they are doing now, and the mud they make it so soft and put in one mold, and that akara. And once it dries up, it comes out and it takes akara. Idu nanna theriyum namakku. All lockets and all they are doing now, gold they put in that, whatever you want, and that shape it comes. But liquid one, when it is hot only you have to pour. That is called tambram here. Tambram yatha mushasiktam. Mushasiktam means which is poured. Which is poured. When before pouring to that molten, this copper is formless. It doesn't have any form. Nirakara tambram gets the sakaram when you pour into that mushasiktam, which is poured into that mold. Yatha tambram. What happens to that tambram? Tannibham jayate. It gets that form. It takes that form of that mold. That melted copper, molten copper, we pour into that mold, it gets that form. Tadakaram. Whatever akara. If you go to the crafts and all, you see that lot of idols. Lot of idols. Some idols are also here, you can see. That Vinayaka is there. That shape of that mold, that mud gets that shape. Whatever you pour, it gets the shape. Example, nanna puriyaradu namakku. Similarly, your intellect, whenever it sees an object that is mold, that akara, vritti, that form takes place in the intellect. Same like that. Tattad akara vritti. In that intellect it comes. That he says in the second line. Rupadin vyapnuvan chittam. Chittam means your mind or intellect. Antahkaranam. You can take as antahkaranam. Your mind vyapnuvan chittam rupadi vyapnuvan. Rupadi means any form. Any form it pervades. Suppose I show this pot, your mind pervades this pot. Nana chidra ghatodara sthitamaha deepa prabhavaswaram jnanam yasya tu chakshuradi dvara bahispandate. Dvara, kan dvara, it pervades. It pervades apnuvan. Chittam rupan rupadin apnuvan. Now your chittam mind pervades this pot. Immediately what thought comes? Pot thought comes. Just as that idol comes afterwards, similarly that thought comes. Immediately. What comes then? Pot thought has come. Then what comes? Pot knowledge. Pot knowledge has come. Then I ask, what is this? You say what? What? You have got pot knowledge. How you have got pot knowledge now? Your mind has pervaded the chittam rupadin ghata rupam apnuvan tannibham drishyate. Then that thought, it is pot. Tannibham means that shape, that form. Drishyate, it appears. it appears. It becomes Sakaram. First Nirakaram, now it is Sakaram. Vritti, Sakara Vritti, a Vritti which has got Ghatakara. If I show clip Akara, whatever object I show, immediately you get that Akara. Not only through the eyes, even Shabdam. Suppose in front of you, mosquito is flying. Suddenly you see the mosquito. Mashaka Akara Vritti. Mashaka and mosquito. Mashaka Akara Vritti. Suddenly auto is going, sound is coming. That is Shabda. Shabda Akara Vritti. Suddenly somebody is cooking there. Some smell comes. Gandha Akara Vritti. Gandha. It is also a Vritti. Sparshakara, Shabdakara, Rupakara. All these Akara Vrittis comes. Now whatever you know, first when I show this clip, you got clip Akara Vritti. This is called Rupakaram. Now you are listening my words. Shabdakara Vritti. Now you take this fruit and see the smell. Some smell near the nose. What smell comes? Gandhakara Vritti. Gandhakara Vritti. Suddenly mosquito bites you. Adi kuda sollikalam. Sparshakara Vritti. It comes. Now taste ku enna sollano, in the fruit eduthu ellarkum konjam konjam vaayila podanum. Appo enna varum? Rasakara Vritti. Other than these 5, show me any one, other 6th one. Pancha Jnanendriyani, Pancha Rupa, Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Gandha, Akara, Vritti comes. Tannibham Jayate. Tannibham, that Akara, Drishyate, Dhruvam, definitely. Definitely, that only comes. Then next shloka. Vyanjako va yatha lokah Vyangyasyakarataamiyat Sarvartha Vyanjakatvadhihi Arthakara Pratushyate. These are all cardinal principles we call. Cardinal principles of epistemology. Advaita Vedanta. Now Shankaracharya talks about light, how light pervades. Light pervades and takes that akara. Aloka means light. Vyanjaka, Vyangya. Vyanjaka means illuminator. See the difference. When you pour the copper in the Vinayaka mold, Vinayaka form, shape comes. When you pour that any gold, you can buy copper. Acharya took copper, we'll take gold. Okay. Swaranam. That liquid of that Swaranam you pour into Lakshmi mold, Lakshmi form comes. In example, you have to change the molds. எல்லா எடுத்து வந்து ஒரே மோல்டில் போட்டு அதே ஷேப் வரும். Different molds are required there. Are you getting the point what I am going to say now? In one mold you cannot get all forms. Lakshmi form is different, Lakshmi mold is required. And Saraswati form, if you want shape that idol, Saraswati mold is required. Different molds are required for different shapes. But whereas mind, one mold, different forms you are pouring in one mold and bringing different forms. What a great mind created by God. Namma create pandrom ore roopam da varum. But Bhagavan created such a mold called ahankara, mind. Any form you see, Rasagulla, Rasagullakara. Rose flower akara. Mold is same. Mold is same. If mold is not same, different mold இருந்ததுன்னா எத்தனை மைண்ட் வச்சுக்க முடியும்? ஒரே மோல்டில் எத்தனை ஃபார்ம்ஸ் we are seeing, how many colors we are seeing, same mold, different forms, different shapes. These are all happening in the mind mold. Suppose they are always happening in the Sakshi, what will happen? In the forms are all taking place, Shabdakaram, Rupakara, Gandhakara, all are happening in the Sakshi, Chaitanyam directly. What will happen, you know? You cannot sleep. Thank God, these are all happening in the mind. When you go to sleep, mold mind is closed. That's why no Rupakara, no Shabdakara, no Sparshakara, nothing is there in the sleep. Thank God. Illenna thukkame varadu. Puriyarada? That mold is same mold. In that Rupakara molten is poured rose flower. Man, if you see, man form. That akara, tattad akara vritti. First it was nirakara. Mind was nirakara. Later, having gone through the nana chidra ghatodara sthitamaha, just as the pot, if it has holes, you keep the deepam inside. And ஒரு தீபம் எல்லாம் விளக்கு இருக்கும் இல்லையா, நிறைய ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கும். யூ கீப் த லைட் இன்சைட் அண்ட் இட் கோஸ் பர்வேட்ஸ் த்ரூ த ஹோல்ஸ். நானா சித்ர கடோதர ஸ்திதமஹா. Then it goes and illumines the object. The light pervades that object. You know that object. Correct? Have you got that vilak at home? If you not, I will come bring and show you next class. That goes, the light goes there, beam of light goes there and pervades the object, and you see that object is known, illumined by this beam of light. Adi madri, the whole body is like a pot. Eyes, whole. Ears, eyes, ears, nose, these are all holes. Chaitanyam, Jyoti inside, Sakshi Chaitanyam, through the mind, it goes through the sense organs. Sakshi Chaitanyam illumining the mind, giving the Chidabhasa, that Chidabhasa beam of light, Jnanam yasyatu chakshuradhikarana dvara bahispandate. Bahispandate va nava? You are seeing this pot and you are conscious of this pot. How you are conscious of this pot? Atma Chaitanyam in the heart illumines the mind. That mind goes through the eyes and pervades the pot object. Then you get the pot knowledge. This is the theory of knowledge. Suppose you see the rope there, but you see it as a snake. Is it right knowledge or wrong knowledge? That is also knowledge, but wrong knowledge. There also eyes pervaded the rope in semi-darkness. When eyes pervaded the rope, how eyes pervaded? Through the mind. Mind through the eyes they pervaded. How mind pervaded there? A beam of light called consciousness. And the beam of light called consciousness through the mind, the Chidabhasa beam pervades. Don't imagine beam light going in. Like Surya rays pervading like this. Here also beam of light goes pervades. Don't extend the example. Beam of light pervades means the moment you see the object, this is mic, you are conscious of. I know, K-N-O-W. I know the part. That knowing is called I am conscious of. I am aware of. That I am conscious of, I am aware of. I know the part through the eyes, through the mind, directly. Mind, eyes are functioning. But really speaking, that consciousness is Sakshi Chaitanyam. Because of Sakshi Chaitanyam, because it has given, blessed the mind, then that mind wants to see the pot, used the operated mission, using the eyes, and it pervades the pot. And mind, Yantakranam, gets the knowledge of pot. Then you say what? All of you say pot, pot, pot. Then if I show, what is this? Huh? It is not pot. Why it is not pot? It is a clip only, Swamini. It cannot be pot. What is this? Pot. This is LKG class madri. Teaching aids. This is clip, this is pot. That means, do you know this is clip? Yes, I know. I know this is clip. I know this is pot. Means I am conscious of. I am aware of. That awareness, that consciousness is called Sakshi Chaitanya. Understand? Now, how we are, this is called consciousness pervading, is called illuminator. Just as the light illumines this clip, light illumines the clip, makes the clip to know. Alokaha means light. Illuminator is called Vyanjakaha. Illumined is called Vyangyaha. Whatever is illumined is called Vyangyaha. Whoever is illuminator is called Vyanjakaha. In this sloka, Vyanjakova yatha lokaha, alokaha, yatha alokaha Vyanjakaha. This Sakshi Chaitanyam, the illuminator. First example, light, just as the aloka, light illumines the object. First one line is example. Just as the aloka, the light illumines the object. How do you know this spot now? Because of light. Your eyes are able to see this spot because of that light. Alokaha, Vyanjakaha, illuminator of the pot, illumining the pot. That is why you are able to know the pot. You are able to know the pot. Similarly, second line you see, first line, the last word, Vyangyasya akaratam yad. Once the light illumines the object, Vyangyasya akaratam yad, it gets the akara. Now, this, my fingers I am showing, in between light is there or not? It is there, but there is no akara. But this finger you can know. The light has taken the finger akara. And this light has taken this finger akara. Finger or pot and clip. Two are there. Light is pervading. Now light has got clip akara. Light has got pot akara. In between clip and pot, there is no any vastu. That's why light could not take any akaram. Here clip is there, between mic is there, this side pot is there. Now clip, whatever I am showing, what is this? Clip. So light has got clip akaram. What is this? Mic. Mic has got mic, light has got mic akaram, you are recognizing the mic. Then pot. Now in between clip and mic, in between mic and pot, what akara is there? No akara. Light is not able to take any akara. Why? There is no object. Alokaha, Vyanjakaha, Vyangya akaraha svikaroti. Clear? Otherwise, how can you know this clip? If light is not pervading this clip, can you know the clip? Either night it has to, through the light. Daytime, Surya Kanti. Some Kanti is required. Your eyes cannot see otherwise. Your eyes are blind, you know that? They cannot see without light. What is the proof? You go to dark room, beautiful eyes. Beautiful eyes. In darkness they cannot see. Now eyes are able to see this because light has taken that akara of that object. Eyes are able to see. Example is over. Example is over. Have you understood the example? Come to the second line. Sarvartha vyanjakatvat dhihi arthakara pradrishyate. Similarly, just as the light pervades the object, take the form of that object, similarly your dhihi, your intellect, which intellect chidabhasa sahita antakaranam pervades the object. Pervades the object. Without light also, if you close your eyes also, you can see the pot or not. With what we are seeing? Sakshi Chaitanyam Venjakaha. It illumines the pots. Any object, entire world, it illumines. Sakshi Chaitanyam is the Venjakaha. Every object is Vyangyaha. Whatever knowledge you are getting about whatever object, it is called Vyangyaha, illumined by me, the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Tattadakar, artha means object. Sarvartha Vyanjakatvat. Sakshi Chaitanyam is the illuminator of all objects. I am the one who is illumining the light. Light is illumining and I'm solrong. Ekashloki you have to remember. Ekashloki. I am the illuminator of everything. I am Vyanjakaha. All objects are Vyangyaha. Arthakara pradrishyate. Artha means porul. Andanda object, andanda akaram. எந்தெந்த ஆகாரம் எந்தெந்த பொருளோ பார்க்கிறோமோ அந்தந்த பொருள் ஆகாரம் அந்த சாட்சி சைத்தன்யம் டேக்ஸ் பிளேஸ். லைக் தாம்பரம் taken the mold shape. Similarly, Sakshi Chaitanyam pervades this. Tattad Akara Vritti takes place in the intellect. Then you get the knowledge. And everybody says, I have this knowledge, I have that knowledge. And everyone forgets Sakshi Chaitanyam, who is the cause for every knowledge. Enna akramam parungo. None of us remember about the light. Everybody transacting, talking, I am talking, you are hearing. None of us remember, show the gratitude to the light. Because of which light we are all here, seeing, functioning. Adi madri, entire whole world we are seeing because of which Sakshi Chaitanyam. None of us are trying to recognize. None of us are trying to know that. None of us trying to own up that. எவ்வளோ இது விட அக்கிரமம் வேற இருக்க? Unfortunate thing. That is why in Kenopanishad, one word Acharya elaborating here, pratibodha viditam matam. Bodham prati. Every cognition, in every cognition, Atma Chaitanyam is available. Who am I now? Atma Chaitanyam. I am the illuminator of the entire universe. Through what? Through the mind and through the sense organs. Dihi tattadakaram sarva arthakaram. Ghata is artha, clip is one artha, objects. It takes very nice subject. Time theriyad pesinde irkalam podum. Okay. Purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.